The process of poetry goes through many transformations from page to stage. I sat with Breeze the Poet, a master of performance and a master of metaphor, as he describes the steps to take the power of written word into the magic of spoken word.
If the caged bird sings and then the mouse must freestyle.
Children laughing can ironically restore faith when you've lost all hope for the future. Nothing will boost your morale like an unexpected smile.
Come on.
Or a sudden request for one of yours just when you forgot you possessed that ability.
Come on.
Against a cold world where caring bears consequence, it kinda hits harder when someone does and you realize that they didn't have to. It's funny how when you feel you have no one, you never know who has you. Come on.
Breeze the Poet is a spoken word artist, a mentor, a coach, a father. I've deemed myself through my clients some sort of a motivational speaker now, amped up with the way I try to encourage them. Like world's greatest hugger, French fry enthusiast.
Lord, okay. So in addition to all that, you've been doing this for a while.
Yes.
You are a 7-time King of the South Poetry Slam champion, National Poetry Slam champion, individual World Poetry Slam champion. For poems that will just live inside of the book, they may look one way because the reader is going to see it in front of them.
Right.
But when writing for the stage, does that look a little different?
So you start with your heart. Everything starts with love. Let's start there. You need to get it off. It's your truth, it's your honesty. You need to get through it. You're trying to write your way through it, whatever your reasoning is. So it starts there. So as you're writing it, you'll see the opening for certain things. It's all about the editing process, basically.
But there are lines that you think that sonically, when the audience hears it, it's going to resonate with.
And I think we hear it while we're writing it. Y'all ready? I tend to break things. I always thought I was incapable of holding anything the right way, always wanted to handle things with care until I realized most people don't want to be held by someone that handles them like a thing. I would offer them my embrace and they would only ask for arm's length and that struggle, the passion and all that, because I want to, and they keep, I tend to break things. My idea of love is like bald tires trying to get a grip on black ice. Crash is inevitable, but I still strap in, enjoy this ride or die trying, racing towards dead-end devotion until I reach the reoccurring collision of reality. See, the outcome of redlining love is usually an accident waiting to happen, and I got this pile up in my chest, heaps of scrap metal from lead-foot love, reckless in all my wanting, like who puts a speed limit on forever anyway? What are all these roadblocks and rest stops for? Who wants a Sunday stroll when we can just drag race away from all the hurtful things in our past, even if it means I end up stuck on the side piece of the road for trying to ride with you till the wheels fall off? Yeah, I tend to break things. So I do things like total my heart into emotionally wrecked women. Beautiful lemons, beautiful on the outside, but inside there's screws loose and bolts not completely twisted, vital parts missing, or drive off the lot with the thought of me head in the clouds, but will break down on me as soon as we reach any destination resembling reality. They move like the only properly functioning parts are their rearview mirrors. Stay so stuck in their past, they claim they can fix things, always want to try to fix things, but they're not really handy with emotional wrenches, so they end up screwing me over, try to fix it by over-screwing me and wonder why I'm still broken and holding myself so tight, and I just don't want to let anything go. So many bad breaks make it hard to stop swerving in the oncoming emotions. So lie to me again. Tell me that you know what you're doing with that smile glowing like a check engine light, and I'll believe you, because I need to feel the strong embrace of this bleeding heartbreak smash into each other. See, opposite directions could also mean coming together, and out of control means there's no use for a struggle here. Try your best, love, but but understand, just like I've constantly had to crash into the understanding that broke things can't fix broke things. I know how this ends. The crash is inevitable. My kind of love has always been an accident waiting to happen, but to have it, I tend to break things, especially myself.
Walk me through that process of creating the metaphor.
I call it steps. When I'm teaching or when I'm working with a client, I call it steps. First of all, it's the idea of being able to take what you're saying, if you write it out in just flat, regular, plain speak. Okay, what's the image? We try to find an image. We try to turn it into a picture.
So in the poem, the metaphor becomes, but like you're crashing into them.
Right, yeah, right, because it's not healthy.
Not fixing them, right.
It's not, even if I wanted to be, that's not what's happening.
Right. And that plays into the whole, like, I break things.
Right, and that's what the understanding, that's the realization that's happening throughout the poem. That's what's going on, is that as much as I want this to be what I want it to be, it's not, and I'm reconciling or understanding it within myself. That's what I'm like trying to say the whole time. And essentially, if you listen to it the right way, I'm saying it to somebody. So I'm talking to you. I'm telling you, hey, we're gonna crash. I mean, but come on.
When you have to build that character on stage, what's going through your mind at the time as a performer? What needs to happen on stage so that you feel like the audience is connecting to it?
I need to be honest with my emotions so that I am able to accurately articulate them. I try to incorporate the idea of whatever I'm doing with my body to be able to enforce that. Facial expressions, the tone of my voice, if I make my voice shake a little bit, or if I, get big and boom out, or whatever the case may be, whatever's accurate for the actual emotion.
He's like a guard dog that would love to play fetch. He just refuses to let go of the stick, or his heart, or his demon. I mean, he wants people to see him. He just doesn't want to feel exposed. He's very abstract art.
So there's all these emotional checkpoints that are happening throughout, and so you're like, okay, well, what does my body look like or feel like when I'm feeling scared and alone, or feeling broken, or feeling angry, or feeling frustrated? And you're like, okay, well, that has to change in my volume. That has to be in the timbre of your voice. Body language plays a factor, so either being more open or being more closed. Are there other factors that play into that once you're on stage?
What I try to tell my clients is that you want to do one of two things. You want to make yourself as big as the room, or you want to make it so you shrink the room to the point where there's nothing else that exists but you.
Champion again. He taught me the Bible with no whisper of scripture, but made
so the performance isn't executed in a way that outshines the writing.
They have to work together.
It's a more intimate performance, so that people are able to focus on the story that's being told, as opposed to the performance that's being given.
Yes. You wrote the poem based on your raw emotion of whatever was going on that you were trying to convey. But my belief is that you write it for you. Once you decide to give it, it's no longer yours. Your responsibility is to make sure that the people you're giving it to are able to accept it, are able to receive it.
I'm angry at life for being such a bitch. I'm angry that I'm too broke for cherish everything priceless, at smiles for sale and price tags on happiness that are way too high. I'm angry that I can't afford my heart, but my heart is so free to give of itself in a world that only values what it can take. I'm angry that I'm a product of my mother's mistakes. I'm angry that my father was no Mufasa. All he left me was his scars, and now I'm just an elephant graveyard of a man.
If you had to give three things for an emerging writer to create a more dynamic poem, dynamic performance, what would those three things be?
Not being scared to not be good, first of all. Don't be scared to push the needle. Don't be scared to take the next step about it. If you could say anything as common as, I don't know, the grass. Okay, what about the grass? Walking on it. Okay, what about walking on it? How it feels. Okay, how does it feel? It feels good. Good like what? Keep taking those steps until you start to build as intricate a feeling or an image as you possibly can.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for doing this, man.
Of
I
course,
appreciate you. Like, you're one of the best at what you do, and
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you taking time.